I've kind of had the same haircut for like the last 20 years, I feel like, and it's just I've never been that experimental with my hair. So yeah, I don't know, it'd be kind of interesting to see what suggestions he has or what he would like to do, because now's a good time to do it, since if you don't like it, you're not really in public that much, or if you do like it, it's a good chance to say, hey, I'm gonna run with this. So I'm kind of excited to not be in control of that. Kind of nervous, but also a little excited too. So. I have like this triangle, like this. Like it's really thick here, and it's really thick here. But then it kind of thins out the rest of it. So it's
that's a beautiful thing to talk about, because a lot of guys think that it's about like, oh, I'm gonna get a number 2 guard or a 4 guard. I'm just gonna like mow it down, but they have different textures in different areas and thicknesses. So it's like we'll address this a little more aggressively than maybe the rest, and soften it up on the edges.
I'm not opposed to going a little shorter too.
I think you can tell you grow just fine.
It's I was telling Ben earlier, like I feel like I spend more time trying to get my beard right than I do my hair lately.
What were you doing with it style-wise?
It's usually like this, but much shorter.
Okay.
I usually this is what I used to get for like 20 years, like a 1, and then kind of just taper it up, and then just a little trim on the top, and that's it. And it's been that way for
How are you liking
ever.
How are you liking the waves up top currently? Because I'm digging.
My wife likes the waves on top.
Yes. Well, that's
I don't like my horns. See my horns I get?
Yeah, we'll definitely take this down to classic,
I get a lot of
classic Seth, but we'll
a lot of weight here in it.
So you hate the horns? We'll take that down. But since you've already committed to like just having this grow out, let's play with it.
That's fine with me.
The high contrast, like short to long.
Yeah.
I think that'd be.
I would say I'm in your hand. I'm pretty flexible. Just as long as it's not
like gymnastics flexible, or
that
just
too.
like
That too. Yeah, absolutely.
10-4. Got some of the hair drenched. Soften it up. Get it out of the way. Gonna take my trusty old black comb and
just get it off
and
my
just mow it down. At
get
least
it off my ears.
Start to see the shape that it reveals.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll get these bottoms down real short.
I never like it touching my ears for some reason.
That is the typical gauge. Like
I
have my fancy mullet. By the way, happy belated mullet day, National Mullet Day. That was yesterday, if I'm not mistaken. And yesterday is in July the somethingth.
The 2nd.
The 2nd.
I think, yeah.
It could have been the first 2.
Is it July?
Yeah, at this point, right? It's
Where are we?
It's still 2020, damn it.
July. Yeah, but I'll feel it on the back of my ears. I'm like, what the?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's usually the telltale sign that it's time to get a cut.
And you get it.
Yeah, so when I'm pulling out these long wings, as you call them, I usually yank them out right above your ear.
My horns.
Yeah, the horns. Hey, thank you. Yeah, the horns. I call them wings. Yeah, it's I aim for just above the ear.
Wings sound nicer.
Horns is cooler though. Wings are lovely. It's funny because angels have wings and then horns. So yeah.
Well, I guess in Austin, horns is not such a bad connotation. Then.
Amen to that. Have you always worked from home, or has that been like a new development?
Yeah, just since the lockdown. But I work on an IT project now, so a lot of my teammates are in India, so working from home is not really much different than working in the office.
What is that time difference?
11 and a half hours.
Oh dang. So your day starts either really
so we
late
chat
or really early?
we have like team meetings like twice a day, once really early in the morning and once like in the afternoon, late afternoon. So it's opposite, like my morning is their evening and then their evening is my morning. So that's pretty wild. But we've been doing this for I don't know 4 or 5 years now, so
okay.
The move to working at home was more just moving my equipment from the office to the house.
How have you done it? You have to like adopt any new practices in order to get your
I don't have to wake up as early.
Amen.
That's nice.
that ain't bad. That commute is lovely.
I can wake up, make coffee, and sit down and start my day. It's nice, yeah.
So because you're working at home, because you know, everything's the way it is right now. Start summertime, low maintenance. Well, yeah, we'll drag everything up a little bit higher than maybe just like a normal one taper.
That's cool with me.
I'm really excited to see how much length we keep up top, just to have that contrast. It's a little more youthful. It's a little more aggressive.
I haven't done that before, so it'll be interesting to see.
So this is a 1.5 guard, and I'm opened it all the way up to a 2.
Okay.
So that's where we're heading out right now. I try to look at the shape of y'all's heads. I don't ever want to go so narrow that makes your head tall. And
I got a big head, so there's lots of real estate up there.
You gotta wear it's a long haircut.
Yeah, you gotta wear like the extra large hats.
Oh man, your hat budget must be ridiculous.
It's one size fits all. Sometimes doesn't fit.
They lied.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been told I have a head shaped like a transmission. Big in the front and pointy in the back.
My son's just waiting for Mandalorian to come out again.
Oh,
I can't wait. October.
Yeah.
He's like, is it October yet? I'm like, no, dude, not yet. You got a ways to go.
Yeah, that one's a good one for sure. Yeah, my wife watches all the shows without me. I'll be into it for an episode, and she'll get antsy and watch them without me, and then I'm just like, okay, let's catch up. And she's like, I'm already on like episode 4. Sorry, sucker. It's like,
I'm in season 8 now.
Oh yeah, exactly. Didn't even know that there were that many seasons.
Thanks, dear.
The only one that we will not watch is Game of Thrones.
Oh,
So disappointing.
You're actively not gonna.
Oh, I've watched all of them. A few of them multiple times. But man, the way that ended.
I read all the books before we watched them.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Well, the saving grace is that, once you get past, I think like season 3, the books, it's like their own creation. So
yeah.
the books are quite different.
I'm just cleaning up this neckline. Got my favorite little half guard. Just kind of. If it was a longer, more traditional conservative cut, I would keep the taper a little further down. But like I said, something a little more aggressive, just because
I can feel the breeze on my neck. It feels
yeah,
nice.
that's what I'm talking about. So that looks like, I'm gonna say 4 inches on the money.
Okay.
Damn it! Come and look at that. Right, the little 4. Yeah, some little pricklies.
Nice little gray streak right there that you got.
When did you start turning?
I don't know, probably late 20s. I just turned 40, so I don't know. I remember going to get my hair cut probably last year sometime, and a guy was asking me, like, he had a beard and he was like all excited. He's like, man, I got my first gray hair. And I was like, you excited about that? He's like, yeah. It's like, it's the look now. And I was like, what?
It is. It's a very appealing.
He said some guys were like, he was coloring guys' hair to be salt and pepper, and like just charging like they were paying hundreds of dollars to get their hair like salt and pepper. And I was like, just wow.
I have yet to run into that guy, but I'm very intrigued now. Very intrigued. I've got questions.
Yeah, I was like, why would you want that? But I don't know. I don't mind it. I tell people I'd rather have gray hair than no hair. So I'm
for it to go gray than away.
I'm appreciative of my gray hair. I was telling Ben it's I've got a older truck. I still got a cassette player in my truck. I've got 2 tapes. I got a Black Sabbath tape and a Beastie Boys tape. That's about it.
That is the ultimate, like, if you're gonna be stuck with a couple of tapes on a deserted island.
Yeah. So.
But is like Black Sabbath like recent Black Sabbath or
no,
like
no, it's
classic?
Ozzy. It's Sabotage and Paranoid. Yeah.
What is said vehicle? I'm a big car fan.
Old square body Blazer.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's fun. It's not the smoothest ride, but
That's but that's what it is. It's fun.
I like it. Yeah.
I like bouncing around over train tracks and.
Like I tell people, you gotta drive it. You gotta pay attention. You gotta feel it, smell it, listen to it.
It'll reveal its soul to you.
Yeah, it's not as easy as. I feel like it makes me a better driver because I have to pay attention to the road.
That's yes.
What's going on?
Driving a manual or a motorcycle. I think everybody should be required to wait tables and ride a motorcycle, and you would be a fantastic citizen. So, I'm just softening up these corners. We took off the bulk. We had a nice guide down the middle. Kind of established our overall length and just tying in the sides. So looking at these corners, making sure that they're not too pointed. I want to have a little bit of weight live here on the edges so it can kind of fall on top of these sides. We're going to massage these in too in a bit, but I want to see how his hair is kind of falling.
I think as the grays crept in, it got less and less curly and just more wavy.
Yeah, those grays really do kind of do a thing of their own.
They have a mind of their own.
They really do. Yeah, but you're just feeling, it feels really nice. That is one thing I do miss about not having to wear the gloves. I could feel the hair and see how glassy it is, how dry or anything. Gray hair tends to be a little bit more coarse and aggressive. But yeah, yours is feeling pretty nice. I'm using my glove, my sonar through the gloves. So what I'm gonna do next is I'm gonna let this dry. So I'm gonna let your hair kind of do its natural thing, kind of curl back up, and then we'll polish it out. Okay. See how it behaves.
See where it goes.
Yeah, because once it's drenched in water and it's doing everything we want, it's very deceiving, especially because it'll shrink back up. So yeah, we'll just let it sit here for a while, and then
cool.
And then we'll mow it all down. So what I'm looking for is where the hair kind of curls under the chin and it starts to sprout back up, and I'm looking to in this light, there's a little bit of a wave right here. So I want to cut just below that.
Okay.
To maintain some of that density, some of that. I'll use that as my guide because it does start to split here in the middle. So I'm just gonna get rid of that first. Kristen, how do you like his beards?
I like his beard a lot. I'm not a fan of grooming currently, but definitely like his beard.
I shaved it off one time, and she was like, "Yeah, you should grow that back."
Immediately.
Yeah.
Just stay in your office. Let me know when it's back. There's a power to him. I think that's a pretty. There's a pretty high. There's a consensus there. They think a lot of ladies.
My kids were like,
enjoy a beard.
My dad or my daughter goes, "Daddy, you don't look like my daddy." I was like, "Well, I guess."
Even though we know it's y'all, my dad cut off his Tom Selleck mustache, and he came into the room, and I was like, I didn't know it was my dad. He only had a mustache, but he was just like, "Yeah, sir, go away."
Who are you? What did you do with my dad?
So yeah, that's you can see already.
That's
still quite a beard.
Yeah,
but
I like it.
Yeah, and these little edges right here where that thicker gray hair is, we'll be a little more aggressive and smoothing it out. Because yeah, I can see this is much thicker and spongier, and you got the little bit of a divot here. Yeah, and then whenever you do let your stuff grow out, just even if it's like crazy on the bottom, if you just take away this little
it's right like the worst. It's the worst, man. It's like tumbleweeds up there, and then the ones on the neck.
That's a very, very healthy tumbleweed. I like it. And for your beard, just with how it grows, just using the heel of any clipper, really, just buzz through that real quick, and you get yourself a dialed-in beard. And whenever I'm about to hit a spot like that in the corner of the mouth, I'll always just pull these out of the way because we can deal with those a little more detail. Thanks, sir. Yeah, that's the nice tenderloin of people's beards, that little chunk. I'm gonna start off with my shears. I'll put those shears right under the hair, and I'll prop them up, and I'll look for those shorter guys, and I'll just snip them and hopefully not take your lips with it.
See, now's the time not to laugh.
Exactly. So I'm trying to take off some of that bulk and just aiming for the very top of the mustache, not to take off the length, but just that top layer of thickness.
Nice too. I won't get coffee in my mustache anymore.
Ooh, yeah. This is the second time you talked about coffee, and I haven't had enough these days. So.
Man. It's like the best thing.
Yeah, Ben used to bring me coffee.
Ben,
and
slacking.
Yeah, he's
That was one time.
yeah, no, it was one time. Yeah.
Used to that one time.
And it wasn't even for me. He was just like, hey, the person I brought it for didn't show up. If you shave your cheeks down too low, I mean, the first thing to grow out, and then it's.
I had one guy trimmed, put the edges way down low, and it was just took me forever to get them back.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Just following those natural cues, those natural guides. It's it might be a little softer around the edges. It might be a little less cool, but yeah, just the convenience. So it's his double cowlick. You can see it. There's one right there, one right there. Take these a little too short, they're always gonna sprout out. So I like to leave a little extra length in the back to make sure he's got enough weight that it kind of fall on their own, as opposed to smashing.
Not to sleep with a baseball cap anymore, huh?
Exactly, yeah. Long gone are those days.
Growing up, it was either the Astros or the Cubs. You know, that's the only things that you saw on TV.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, WGN.
Or the Astros, and so as a kid, that was the team we pulled for. And then we moved to Houston, and son was born here, and they were terrible back in the early 2000s.
A rough decade. Yeah, that was a rough decade.
So I guess if you're an Astros fan, then you can be an Astros fan now too. So.
That's why my pops became an Oilers fan. People always ask me, "Hey, who's your favorite team?" Oh, the Oilers. Like, who? Yeah, because that was the only televised football they had in South Texas way back when. So yeah, definitely a Warren Moon and
Warren Moon,
Walker and all those guys. That's always fun to see those colors too. Such good colors, such a 70s.
Like baby blue and white and red, yeah.
I'm gonna smash some product through it just to see what it would do if it was just you wanted to make it a little more, a little tighter. Today we're gonna try a little bit of Temple Smoke Styling Balm. The way I apply it, the way you couldn't apply it, you just rake it through. Make sure you get down to the root.
Yeah. Especially
for our curly hair, you don't want a really tight top and then it's all puff on the bottom.
Yeah. It gets a bit bushy then.
So as I'm looking at his head in the mirror, I want to bring this in just a little tighter. Nothing, not like a undercut, disconnect or anything. Just now that I can see how the hair is behaving, I want to dial it in a little more. So I got some Temple Smoke utility balm. Mr. Lee. Our favorite. Ooh, could you smell it from there? Oh dang.
I had the Temple Smoke sea salt spray this morning. It's in the hair just to kind of tamper it down a bit.
That's that's the beauty of it. It is just stiff enough to lock it in place without being too aggressive.
Yeah. It doesn't make it look oily, like greasy.
A little bit of that clay in it kind of dries it up. It gives it a nice texture.
Yeah. Man, the beard looks good.
Heck yeah.
It just feels like I can feel the air on the back of my head. I don't feel like a crazy man anymore.
That's awesome.
Yeah, no, it feels great. I love it.
Kristen, what do you think? How does it look?
He's back.
The old Seth is back.
Yeah, it's nice. No, it's nice. It was poor guy. He put up with his share of teasing on my end. I think every morning, but he
At night.
But no, it looks wonderful. We're super excited.
Of all the things you guys could be doing, you decided to watch this video all the way through. I just want to let you know, I deeply appreciate it. Thank you.